going to visit the inner astral.
Hello.
Sunday. The discussion's over, so let's...
No 100 pulls today as well. Unfortunate, me neither, man. Even with 3 accounts. Hopefully I can get it. I don't care what account gets it, so long as I get it.
I heard you. Without...
On another account, yeah,
Dreamed it again.
this is my last account that hasn't done the story. So I'm just gonna get
Anyway,
done with.
stop looking here. What you should be focusing on is them.
Madame Pearls.
I want Evanescia a lot now. A lot of people do. Not surprising. I will not fold. I need Silver Wolf though. Actually, you know what? I'll make a bet with myself. If I lose the 50-50 for Sparksy on my Catsy account, and I'm not able to get Sparksy in time, I may invest in Evanescia instead. Just because Evanescia is probably not going to want Sparksy. That's like a Silver Wolf thing.
Holy cow, it's packed in here. What do we have here? Stone. Staff.
How did I turn into Pom Pom?
I definitely liked Evanescia a lot more after seeing her in the story, but I'm still not big on the design. Guess I'll see the gameplay. Yeah.
Maybe this is
I
what
agree.
Trailblazers looks like.
I do feel like she's missing a little oomph to the design in my opinion. Like, Silverwolf SP's design is so cool, bro. Like, that shit, I don't know, man. I don't know. It looks so sick.
I could jump so high!
Listen, the music changed.
possible both Annie characters have gimmick ults? No. I mean, sure, anything is theoretically possible, but that's never happened before. Gimmick ults are almost always only for main pushes. Only main pushes have had gimmick ults. Yeah, that's understandable. Asheville looks pretty cool. Asheville is a lot like an investment, for sure. Like, he'll temporarily carry you with your general supports you don't use as much anymore. And then right when you feel like he's starting to really fall off, he's gonna get his main DPS. And then you put them together and they're probably one of the strongest teams of the version. I forgot. I keep forgetting to make my video about like how much I like the way HSR has made character kits and like changed banner placements around in 4.x. It's the best they've ever done.
Are we gonna kill the Furbo to silence it?
I'm sure he's to support Himiko? No, that's unlikely. Apparently there was a leak that Himiko's entire best in slot team would be woman. Which, like, surprise, surprise. But they specified tall woman. So my guess is Himiko, Robin SP, Pearl, and there's someone else I can't think of right now that would be on that team. I mean, you guys need to remember, Anon said that, okay, Anon said Asheville isn't getting his DPS until nearly the end of the version. Okay, this is Anon. He said it's going to take longer than it took Kafka to get Swan, which was 4 patches. 4.1 to 4.4, which is where Himiko is 3 patches, right? So you have to disagree with Anon to even get here that Asheville would be for Himiko's team. Yeah, I think that is much more likely Uni. That's been my guess this entire time. Because Avon SP is still a thing. Anon reaffirmed people that yes, he's still a thing, even though he's not in like the first patch or anything. So it's very likely that he is the one Asheville synergizes with. I mean, it has reliability, Max. Firefly's best in slot team, woman. Acheron's best in slot team, woman. Monorem's best team, woman. Silverwolf SP's best team, woman. Like, I know people, like, it's not happening, bro. I'm sorry. Wait, what? Is Sampo left to the Wolves? My guess for Sampo has always been he's going to be probably the last version's DPS if he is in this version. Like, that is the most likely case for Sampo. Nihilux probably got delayed to late 4.x, so she could be a sustain for Elation, because then Silverwolf's entire team would be mono white hair and mono woman, which makes the most sense because that's just the trend of this game. And Sampo will be his own Elation DPS. But I will say, there is a possibility Sampo isn't playable in this version. A possibility. Because if I remember correctly, Anon said they had zero information on whether or not Sampo would even be playable in this version.
Wow, so many gold coins. Just some unclaimed wish power fragments. Pick them
Why
up when you find
specifically
them.
tall woman? I mean, it's not that it has to be tall woman. It's just that it's likely. Yeah, exactly. Like it's the same as Dot, right? Like Dot is Heisland's, Kafka, Swan, and what you can also use Irene, and then they like fight over a sustain, right? So like if you think about it, Himiko could easily have a tall woman team, right? Like pretty easily. Like you have Himiko, you have Pearl who is leaked to be a sustain, and then you have Robin SP, right? Because Robin has the same model as all these characters. So it's like, that's my guess.
The elation is naturally.
I mean, Max, I understand what you want, but like, it's getting in the way of the most reliable leaker in the history of the game without a single wrong leak for a year, man. But for your sake, I do hope Asheville is in a Himiko team.
Hey, gray hair. As expected of you, gray hair.
Do you think Asheville will be in the Blade team? I think Asheville will be with Avin SP. Asheville, in my opinion, there is only two characters Asheville could be a best in slot sub DPS for. In my opinion. That makes sense. It's between Avin SP or Blade. In my opinion. Those are the only two he's going to have as possible best in slot main DPS. If we're being honest, I think Blade will be a sustain for the follow-up team. Maybe. And what's it called? Avin the DPS. Because here's the thing. I can't imagine they'd make Avin SP a sustain again. Right? Like, I just can't imagine that. But Blade, who was already a DPS, and to be honest, lore-wise, he could be a sustain. Like, he could be a preservation sustain. I could maybe see that.
Isn't this the gray hair my old model always talks about? Teaming up ready to deal with me? What a jerk! Her favorite toy is mine now.
Yeah, losing the leakers sucks, but nothing we can do about it now.
We'll give you a proper makeover.
My outfit changed? Are you the enemy that Sparkle mentioned? What exactly
I think
is
Pearl is going to be a better
relationship
Huohuo.
with Sparkle?
Eh.
Did that useless old model send you to save her? Or is she hoping that you join the Fantasy Moon games? not bad.
Oh yeah, Ho-Ho is not going to be a best in slot sustain for any Elation DPSs. Like, that should be obvious to most people. Well, okay. I have a different way of using best in slot as compared to a lot of people. When I say best in slot, I mean like dedicated teammate, right? Like, Ho-Ho will technically be best in slot until the Elation sustain comes out. But the second the Elation sustain comes out, she's getting kicked out of every single Elation team. I think it's like complete bait, except for people who genuinely have like energy hungry DPSs that aren't Elation. Because then it's like, yeah, you know, buffed Ho-Ho might be the best option then. Thoughts on 4.0 map and puzzles? I have a video on it. It's my last video.
Thank goodness we made it in
I
time.
think they are the best of any
Otherwise,
planet
things
by a
could have turned
mile.
out pretty badly.
And they've absolutely knocked it out of the park with this planet specifically, as compared to the other ones. This is like the sweet spot in my opinion.
Let-
How? Both of you, please. This.
By the way, guys, like if you are investing in Ashvale, by the way, and you are planning to run him as sub DPS in the future, please do not pull his Lycone. Like, please. His Lycone, like, literally the only good investment this guy has as of the current beta is his E1. Everything else, please do not consider pulling.
Miss Pearl.
Yeah, exactly, and
Graphia Academy.
It is a school that trains artists.
Oh, we need to wait.
didn't know they
for
added an
someone
option to
there.
hear Saber and JP
Do
while
you
in
know the
EN
way to
mode.
Coochie?
Yeah, it's
Allow
in
me
like
to guide
the voice lines part apparently. Someone in my chat told me a few days ago, I think.
Wow. This path to school, lined with falling blossoms? It's such a youthful feeling. Definitely worth a photo.
Yes, quite a few
That many? Can it stop spinning? Thanks. Bro. Bro. Oh my. There we go. How many times have you played the story? This is my third and last time. But I skipped, obviously, after the original one, so it's pretty fast. It's like an hour and a half if you skip. Smart Maru. Thanks, guys. Thanks. I'm fiending for that Cerebro rerun on the second phase, man. I'm fiending for it. That E1 Seri will be mine. Like, my Anoxa just got an upgrade. My Archer just got a huge upgrade. Another upgrade in this patch on the second phase. Maybe even another upgrade if Cyrene reruns is in 4.1. Oh, my free-to-play account is eating. What's your favorite map? I mean, probably Planet Arcadia at this point. My favorite map is just the city. Like, it's fucking massive. And there's a lot. Any chests? No. Welt Yang.
Student?
Look, this is our.
I have so many things I want to do. Where should I start?
Is this Britain? Playing this story, I can tell Sunday's gonna leave us soon. Well, Sunday is like one of the most lore important characters in the game. I don't know if he'll leave us. Because if I remember correctly, when we were going through, what was it? When the Amphorius thing was going on with Iron Tomb, and we saw like Elio's different, you know, paths that the Trailblazers walked. Like, Sunday was there for every single one. He was even there at Lushaka. I don't think Sunday is gonna go anywhere.
Scott said he wants to duel me on the rooftop.
Which also means he's gonna keep getting, like, good treatment as a character. Like, he'll keep getting SPs, maybe even get buff like Sparkle, which would be amazing.
Bush. I can jump even higher now.
I've explained. I cannot rest until I teach an idiot like you a lesson.
I don't think he'll get an SP in 4.x. 4.x is already full. But I could for sure see it in 5.x.
It's of no consequence. All of our serenity is before me.
Listen to the final.
Hey, why aren't you getting in on this yourself?
Will you ever invest in E2 Cyrene for your Cassie account? No. It's like the least important thing for me to grab out of all the characters Eidolons. E1 and E2 Hyacine and Hyacine's Lycone are 3 investments I'd make before even considering E2 Cyrene.
My strength isn't. Doubt farewell.
E2 Cyrene is just mid. Like, the only time you'll see E2 Cyrene coming in incredibly clutch is for 0 cycles. Because you save, like, almost a cycle's worth of AV of, you know, not having ult up. Like, that's gone. But in longer term battles of, like, a few cycles, the value of that E2 just continuously loses value. Like, over time, constantly. So, Hyacine E1... insane healing boost for Cassie. Insane healing boost. E2, 30% speed buff for the entire team. Fucking insanely massive. And then you obviously have her Lycon.
I have a class. Even though Miss Dolly is in hiding, we can still capture her lingering memories.
So yeah, if I were to keep investing in my Cassie account again, after I like finish the Silverwolf SB team or whatever, it would be in Hyacine investment and not really anybody else. I already have Cassie too.
We're getting
E2 Faye will have to deal with not having Saridra.
It's locked.
Tough.
Just as I thought.
Hey, at least you got E2 Faye though.
Better look for
That's the thing you got to get out of the way the most when it comes to him. E1. I see my friend who invested into male characters and she's struggling to clear endgame. I mean, it depends on the pull she did. Because technically speaking, you really shouldn't struggle at all if you do good investment. Anoxa with Cyrene Saridra, E2 Phanon, and Archer are all like some of the strongest DPSs in the game right now. Maybe My Day? My Day didn't take
Since
the
you
best,
proved that you're Himiko's friend,
but he should still
I
clear.
will give it to you.
Thank you, Miss Dolly.
The mouse is mine now!
1 second, guys.
My dear fans, be charmed by me. Fight for me. Give me all your joy, sorrow, and obsession. Give me every last drop of it. Give me your wish power. Time to play the next piece. Pressing it all together.
Watch over you and guide you on your path. My purpose.
All these hands, they're far too strong.
Why is Anoxa early investment bad? I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. You guys want to know the real answer? They had zero fucking clue what Cyrene's kit was gonna be when Anoxa released. So when they actually got down to Cyrene's beta and deciding on her kit, they just did random bullshit go to increase all the Chrysos Air's damage output without considering anything. So his Eidolons clearly, and his Lycone, consider him a sub DPS, but they decided to make Cyrene, well, make him one of the strongest main DPSs. It's the same thing with My Day, right? It's the same thing with Phanon. You can tell E1 Ceridra was meant, you know, that extra energy for him to be able to stack his ult better and, you know, get to ult faster. But then the energy from E1 Ceridra is literally useless in a Cyrene team. I'm not trolling, right? Like, it literally is useless, the extra energy on Ceridra's E1 with Cyrene on a Phanon team. So the same applies to My Day. His entire goal is getting Godslayers. Oh, fuck it. The only way to buff him is to give him more Godslayers. Like, they didn't know what they were going to do with Cyrene that early on. And so they just did random bullshit go to buff all the Chrysos Airs with Cyrene. As unfortunate as it is. If Anoxa was closer to Cyrene's release, when they had a better picture of everything, they probably would have made his Eidolon similar to Everknight's. Not on the same level, but similar.
My strength isn't what dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanent.
Literally, the only saving grace of Anoxa's Eidolons at higher levels of investment are his E4 and E6, because it is expensive. Like, don't get me wrong, this shit is hella expensive. But if you get Anoxa E4, E6, and then you get E2 Don Hung PT, it's technically a duo DPS team. Technically speaking.
Come closer. Even closer. Don't be so scared. I don't mind. Oh, shoot. I think I'm stuck inside. Give me a hand.
Nah, Sparksy's investment is good for both sub DPS and main DPS.
The first step.
Yes, that's it.
Where's this?
Like, for example, I used to think Sparksy's Eidolons, the first two, Like, especially E1, I thought it was trash. I thought it was complete garbage. But what I realized afterwards is that what's going to happen... Okay, I'm going to say this with 100% certainty. The Mono Elation Silverwolf team will have more SP positivity than using Sparkle by a mile. Alright? I'll show you guys in a second once it stops spamming me with a bunch of dial. Black screen white text! Black screen white text!
Time to get down to business.
Okay.
Where could this...
So, if we go over here... Are we serious, bro? Okay. Her E1 makes it so that she generates punchline every time an AHA instant ends. 5, right? So, normally, I was criticizing it at first before we knew Silverwolf uses punchline for her ultimate. It's only 15% res pen, right? It's like, you know? Evernight E1 shits on this. But then you include the punchline gen, which probably leads to more Silverwolf ults, and that's where it's probably going to be a significantly bigger increase. But also, her E2 makes it so that whenever any AHA instant ends, she instantly gets action advanced and given some thrill to use her skill and generate punchline. This would be really mid if she didn't have ungodly SP positivity in her team. Like, Sparkle wouldn't be enough. You know what I'm saying? Sparkle Yao Guang would not be enough for the amount of SP you'd need to consistently take advantage of her E2. So that makes me believe it's going to be an insanely SP positive team. Just to feed Sparksy as many skills as possible in punchline. And then Silverwolf gets ult off of that. And bam, 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 bam. In main DPS, her E2 isn't as strong as Evernight's, though. For sure. Evernight's E0 to E2 jump is Phenon level. Sparksy's is like, I think 70%? So in main DPS, it's not as strong, unfortunately. Well, yeah, Sparksy's going to be best in soft for the Mono Elation team for sure. The only thing left is an Elation sustain at this point.
That's the Sin Wish Syndicate headquarters across the river. Quite impressive, don't you think? Please, follow.
Is this...
Isn't 70% around Heisland's level? No, I think Heisland's E0 to E2 is like 100%. I think Heisland's E1 alone is like 70%.
Underboss, you're back! Thanks for your hard work.
Who's this fox?
Welcome home, Underboss! Is this the one that...
I mean, they're just not going to do that, Mohammed. It doesn't make any sense.
We're back against these reckless brutes.
As expected of the terror...
How much of a damage increase is Phenon E0 to E2? Worst case scenario, 2.5x.
Power of the destruction within me. It's still hard to control.
In better case scenarios, like Perma 5 targets like Pure Fiction, more than 3x.
Trinity is before me. This will watch over you and guide you on your path.
I don't want to take your life. Back down while you still can.
True warrior of the Sin Wish Syndicate fears no death. Don't underestimate.
Underboss, back.
The team will probably fix Yao Guang's energy issues to make her gain ult in turn, generating skill points, plus AHA will be faster too, so more SP in general and Spark. Yeah, exactly. Like, the faster AHA instant becomes, the more energy you gain, the faster you generate thrill and skill points. Shit like that. Right. So, You can tell, especially when they probably get the Elation sustain in the future and it's like fully done. The synergy is probably going to be crazy. Like, it's going to be disgusting synergy. Now, of course, I would, like always, probably prioritize getting Eidolon investment on the main DPS of the team as compared to anyone else first. So, like, I wouldn't invest in E1, E2 Sparksy right now, because there's a chance Silverwolf SB has Phanon level Eidolons or something, you know what I'm saying?
Mr. Polway.
Well done. You have hit your fitness goal. Another active and fulfilling day.
Isn't Donhung PT already good? It doesn't matter if you're good. It depends on how good you are in specific teams. Donhung PT isn't meant for Elation. It's like Donhung PT is good, but compared to Hyacine in an HP Scalers team, he gets completely shit on. They'll probably do the same thing with the Elation sustain for Elation teams.
Sorry, you will have to take a side path. The landlord of this magazine office fled to dodge his debts, and creditors have been storming in one after another. In the end, Mr. Detective sealed the front door entirely.
You think it's worth meta-wise to save for Noxa when he reruns? No.
Why are there so many?
I would never recommend anyone pull previous version characters when we're in the beginning of a new version.
Magazine company.
I hope Yao Guang ends up being worth it.
Does this scene feel like a
I've talked about
flashback
this so
to
many
when
times
we
at this
were
point, but like,
Office
I think
survived
you can for sure trust they are not going to make a Yao Guang replacement at the minimum, at least, for Silverwolf's team. Maybe they can make a hyper carry Elation character for like Sparksy, main DPS, and Evanesia, but for Silverwolf, it's just not happening. Because you'd never want a hyper carry character over an AoE buffer.
So, this is where the detective lives?
Yes, his office and living quarters.
He's gonna be better aging than Anoxa as a sub DPS, but worse aging as a hyper carry. Because it's very unlikely that, like Anoxa, he ends up getting indirect buffs, like Anoxa did with Saridra, and then also got Cyrene for his main DPS. I don't think Ashvale's getting that. He is in Anoxa in the sense that, like, when both of these units dropped, they could just work with generalist supports and shit on the endgame anyways. But they age terribly in main DPS, or at least I think Ashvale will, because I don't think he's getting any dedicated supports for his hyper carry.
Time to get up, Mr. Ashvale.
How many times do I have to say it? Just leave the delivery at the door. To disturb my sleep?
Mr. Ashvale, this late.
Devil's Advocate RMC was a hyper carry buffer used in dual carry rem? You mean for one patch? for one patch? And are we not going to talk about the fact that Tribby Evernight Cassie was stronger than RMC with Evernight Cassie? Let's get real, bro. Let's get real.
Right now.
Looks like this vacation trip has gone right back to our usual trouble magnet mode.
Now this is the kind of vacation the Nameless just has to savor. A Furbo snapped a pic of me on the street without my consent just now.
Fame isn't exactly good news for the Nameless. We're almost at Dovebrook District.
Finish story on main act? Yeah.
Quite a bustling.
Can you really handle the heat?
This place seems to have changed a lot.
Holy for holy! Wait, Rest assured.
It looks like the
RMC is better than Cassie for E2 Evernight? Obviously. Running mono rem over hypercarry Evernight only becomes better at like whale levels of investment.
Hey there.
That's kind of like the point of mono rem. It's like an exponential increase. At the beginning, the amount of damage you're getting for investment isn't the greatest, but once you start getting the E1s, you start getting the E2s, the team's damage skyrockets as compared to anything else. Also, like, unlike mono rem, Evernight is reliant on RMC. So if you're using the MC for literally anything else, then hey man, good luck. I got Heislands and 20 pulls, nice.
That's all it takes.
If I want to play Sparksy main DPS, I gotta pull Yao.
Miss Himiko, we're here.
95% chance that Yao Guang will be best in slot for every Elation DPS. But there is the slightest chance they do make an EMC upgrade, but not in the way people think. Of like, they're a hyper carry buffer. So then it'd be like, well, actually, no, yeah. I think Yao Guang's, yeah, okay, Yao Guang. My bad, I forgot. I actually forgot how much SP gen Yao Guang had for Sparksy when there's 3 Elation characters, yeah.
many generations ago, the Dovebrook was all
My mistake.
flowing.
I forgot the Yao Guang synergy.
It's no surprise. Legend has it that the master painter Graphia once drew water from the Dovebrook to wash her paintbrushes. Looking at
Will there be a male Elation DPS? The only chance is Sampo, in my opinion. If there's no Sampo in this version, then no.
the tavern is near the Simlish Syndicate headquarters. Let's check the other side of the river.
How does one even find this out? I don't know. No way that thing kills you, bro.
Hey, folks! The moon's reflection.
If Silverwolf SP is main push, what does that make Himiko? A main push. There's more than one. There's usually 2 or 3. In version 2, or sorry, 3, the 3 main pushes were Cassie, Phanon, and Cyrene. In version 2, they were Acheron, Firefly, and what's it called? Fei Xiao.
The fools are shatter the moon, and we're one step closer to the tavern. Let's try again. Something's back there. Is that a key? The moon is about to break. Let's try again. The key has dissolved into the water. The water's surface is about to change. Look, the tavern's shadow has appeared.
Nah, Yai isn't a main push anymore. It's only Silverwolf. The main pushes are not Yai, Silverwolf, Himiko, and then a possibility of a third one. Oh my god. Oh, it's defense percent. Never mind. I got scammed. But yeah. It's Himiko, Silverwolf, and then the possibility of a third one we aren't aware of yet. What is the most fun team in the game for you? Well, if we can do like predictions, it's gonna be Elation probably. Outside of that, it would probably be Fei Xiao. I haven't played with Fei Xiao in so long, but I still remember how much fun it was. Across all my accounts, though, it's probably Anaxa.
I almost forgot. You're a full-fledged trailblazer now.
All right, you two. Let's move. Stay close.
Do I need Sparkle for Sparksy? For her main DPS right now? 100%.
I see, gray hair. The tavern not inviting you sooner was their loss.
Is the drink in these barrels really?
There is a decent chance that by 4.2, EMC plus Yao Guang is better, or at least competitive. But you'd have to wait until 4.2. So...
Where's this?
By the way, this might be a little reassurance for people who are still stuck on like Yao Guang value. Anon made a leak that they decided to make Yao Guang a lot more important in the story and meta because of this entire China versus Japan politics thing going on. Like Anon made a leak on this, that they were increasing Yao Guang's value, pushing her to the first phase banner, making her banner last the entire patch. So if they then made Yao Guang not best in slot for the future Elation teams, you already know what would happen. I don't know if that gives people reassurance, but that is something that Anon said.
Play according to the sheet music, and the path will naturally open up.
The steel frame actually opened. The wristband here actually changed color with the lights.
Just another night at the tavern. Fun, right?
Nice. Free achievement. Do we know for sure that Sparksy is needed for Silverwolf? Okay, you don't need Sparksy. But Silverwolf requires punchline for her ultimate, and the highest punchline generator in the game by a mile is Sparksy. There isn't anybody who comes close. Like, nobody comes close. So, it's going to be a Hyacine Cassie situation, where if you don't have Hyacine, yeah, Cassie can still clear, especially on launch, but you are getting like half as many attacks off as compared to if you had a certain character. Is kind of how it goes.
Sampo, does this thing even work?
Of course it works. Don't you trust your old...
Yeah, and then like both of Sparksy's early Eidolon investments are focused on punchline generation and buffing. And then her S1 is also Elation buffing for the entire team. Like, it's just obvious, man. Should I go E1 or S1 heist lens? E1. They can shaft her still like Sunday got shafted? No. This isn't the same. Stop it. Please. Oh, I hate it when people say this, man. I hate it so much. They are nothing alike. It's like saying Everknight's gonna get shafted in a few patches. Like, no.
Dragon soaring above the lands. This is permanent.
So, where are we heading next?
Yeah, like, you guys don't need the full mono best in slot team on release. Like, reruns exist. Like, these characters will still clear anyway.
This place feels more like a maze than a tavern.
Well, it is.
Sunday had the ability to buff Rem. He doesn't even have the ability to buff Rem though. Like, this is why this comparison absolutely blows, right? Like, Sparksy specifically buffs elation damage across all her investment, is part of the path. Silverwolf is leaked to rely on Punchline, which, by the way, Punchline only buffs elation damage, right? Like, this character is perfectly synergistic. Meanwhile, you have Sunday. His buffs do not synergize with Remembrance. He is not part of the Remembrance path. He was part of an older version that isn't even part of the newer one. Like, the comparison is apples to oranges. You know what I'm saying? They have completely different kits. It's the same way I feel when people are like, oh, Yao Guang is a tribby. Like, no. No, 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 no.
I really wish we had one of these light orbs on the Express.
She is way more like a Cyrene, at least for Elation. There won't be a Cyrene / Feud general support this version. I mean, I do think, like, Yao Guang is kind of a Cyrene. Like, I'm still harping on this. She is basically a Cyrene. Now, Cyrene is for the Chrysosairs. Yao Guang is specifically for the Elation path is the difference. But they accomplish basically the same thing. They're AoE buffers who have certain gimmicks for their path and the characters they want to support that make them exponentially a stronger option as compared to legit anybody else. But then, when you try to put Yao Guang generally, she blows, right? She's not useless, because she still has, like, res pen and vulnerability and SP positivity, but she genuinely blows. It's, like, directly a Cyrene situation, in my opinion. On top of this, you have some, like, this is also a comparison, right? If you run Ceridra with Cyrene, Cyrene is able to buff Ceridra's value because she gets coup d'etat faster, right? Or coup de main, because she gains an extra stack. Like, there's a gimmick if you pair Cyrene with this buffer. And the exact same thing applies to Sparksy, right? Because if you get 3 Elation and you run Yao Guang with Sparksy, Yao Guang's ult doing a Elation skill instantly generates +3 skill points, right? Normally. Because there's 2 thrill on the Elation skill, and there's 1 skill point on Yao Guang's ult. It's like, it's so perfect. You know what I'm saying? She reminds me so much more of a Cyrene, in my opinion.
Why is this?
She's a Cyrene for 2 out of 3 Elation teams this version. Well, no, she's a Cyrene for literally every Elation DPS currently. Like, we have Silverwolf, and she has the most synergy with. But, yeah. And then, like, Sparksy main DPS, second most synergy. And then I assume Evanescence has the least synergy. But even still, she'll still be best in slot because of her investment levels, her AoE buffing, Elation damage buffing, SP positivity, aha instance. Like, this is still a Cyrene, you know what I'm saying? Like, it isn't any different for Cyrene. Cyrene's buff to, let's say, Phanon is a lot smaller as compared to main DPS Evernight or Mono Rem, right? Like, yeah, there's some disparity, but she's still a Cyrene nonetheless. I meant that we're getting 2 or 3 teams, but yeah, I agree. Oh, yeah.
Duo mentions
The medical.
Gray hair, let's go. I don't want to waste any more time with this quack.
The diagnosis results are in, Miss Sparkle.
It's just like, okay, I need to explain this to you guys so you guys can understand why I get so heated for no reason when people say like Yao Guang is going to get power crept. As of current, right? As of current, Yao Guang for these Elation teams is a bigger jump as compared to alternative support as compared to Cyrene, right? Like for a lot of Cyrene's teams, a majority of them, Yao Guang is a bigger jump as compared to any other support option. So when people say that they are going to power creep Yao Guang to the point where even like an E1 Yao Guang can't compete, like that is reaching the levels of like, if you use Tribby with this Elation DPS, you're getting a 2 to 3 cycle. And then if you use Yao Guang, you're getting an easy 0 cycle, right? That is reaching the levels of 2 to 3, no, like 3x. 3x as strong in a team as compared to any other support. Which is like, if HSR does this, I genuinely might consider quitting the game if they power creep Yao Guang that badly. Like, it'd just be horrendous, bro. It'd be absolutely fucking horrendous.
The mask of the mask.
So the audience watched our every move in that treatment?
Himiko probably won't be Elation. She'll probably be Destruction.
This is too much already.
The same way Phanon isn't Remembrance, even though the planet is based around it, and he's instead Destruction. Second main pushes are basically always Destruction in this game.
Intel from the school.
this tavern is huge.
It's alright. I just wish there were more fun spots around here.
Wait, there are that many people under the dance floor?
Yeah, my guess, my blind guess currently for the future best in slot mono rem team is just going to be mono white hair, mono elation. Mono elation, mono white hair. So it's Silverwolf, Sparksy, Yao Guang, Nihilux is my guess. I wonder how that'll age. I'll be right back.
Did the imposter leave this behind?
How should I know? I've been doing inventory all this time. I only just now noticed something fishy about this thing.
Oishii. Oishii.
Hello. Oh shit. I need to charge this thing. There we go. Yeah, you guys can still hear me. Nice. I mean, okay, so, something that needs to be understood. Cyrene dooming quite often comes from two things, right? Because I myself did this. It comes from opportunity cost and general value, right? Those were the two reasons I doom posted Cyrene. For a majority of the Chrysos Air teams, there are like multiple levels of Eidolon and Lycone and character investment you need to go through before Cyrene ends up being the next best option, right? And then obviously, I mean, to most people, they already know Cyrene generally isn't exactly the hottest thing in this game. So if you are dooming about that and like future general value, then yeah, because like for example, nobody's going to use Cyrene in the slightest for literally any of the version 4 teams, right? Tribby, it's kind of already a thing. People would rather run Tribby than they would Cyrene for the new version 4 teams as an alternative, because she's obviously worse, right? However, when it comes to people doom posting Cyrene in things like Mono Rem, Hypercarry Evernight, with a Noxa, like there are some DPSs that get just an insane boost from grabbing Cyrene, and you can't say anything about it. Like that's the type of stupid doom posting I see about Cyrene often. It's like, oh, isn't she only like a bit of a jump for Cassie, or only a bit of a jump for like one character?
This rock is dangerous.
Dangerous? How?
Oh, nice, Shark Fang. How strong is Sparksy without Yao Guang? Not strong at all. I mean, it'll work temporarily because they're getting shield, but it's like Sparksy without Yao Guang. That's just chop, bro. It's maybe like bottom tier Amphoreus DPS level, maybe. I can't give a definitive number, but that'd be my guess maybe.
Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
My strength.
Saw your video on Yao Guang being best in slot for Silver Wolf. I thought she will be SP positive close to Sparkle. I can't understand this game. In a 3 Elation team with paired with Sparksy, Yao Guang is on the same level of SP positivity, if not higher, than a buff Sparkle. Yes. That is how it works. Yao Guang outside of a team with no Sparksy isn't as SP positive as a buff Sparkle. But in a 3 Elation team with Sparksy, yes. Yeah, exactly, Agsy. That's my guess. The sustainless team will use EMC for the 4 slot. And then, in my opinion, right, I do think that the one teammate, if they end up giving someone merrymaking and base kit, if EMC has it, I think the sustain will then have it. So they'll sell the merrymaking buff in the Elation sustain.
The light orb has acknowledged.
Could be wrong, but that's my main guess. So like everybody has a unique buff now. Yao Guang has her certified banger and her Elation damage buffing. Sparksy has her punchline generation and her sub DPS capability. And then the Elation sustain would give merrymaking. I think is like, it makes sense in my opinion. Yeah, that's why I'm keeping my Anoxa account free to play Hyper. That's why I keep my Anoxa account free to play, because keep in mind, people have been slandering my Anoxa account because he's E6 without any premium teammates for multiple patches. But the second I get Sari and Cyrene, these people are instantly going to shut up. And I'm making this like entire, you know, content on my free-to-play account to show people what investment that is smart can do, right? Well, let's be honest, E6 and Oxa isn't smart investment, but that was my own personal shit, right? I want to show people like you get Anoxa is best in slot team, you get another second team, like I might be able to do a true 0 cycle, genuinely. It might be possible when I get Saridra. We'll see, though. I don't even know. Like, I don't think I'd even need Cyrene. I could be wrong, though. I think my E6 and Oxa with E1 Series Sunday might be enough to get it anyways. You have E6 as free-to-play? Yeah. I made that account, like, was it on the Annie? Or before the Annie? Knowing me back then, I probably made it in 3.1. So I could grab some extra pulls before 3.2 hit.
Move this platform and you...
According to Pokey, you can get 3 Aha instants in a 3 Elation team, not considering Yao's ultimate proc. Wait, Aha instant gives 5 energy. Called it, that's how they'll fix Yao's energy? Yeah, exactly. Like, this is my point. Yao Guang becomes, she becomes so much stronger in more Elation teams. Like, even right now, how much Sparksy relies on her is already pretty high, but this literally only increases the further and further you get with more Elation characters on your team. So you get more energy, you get obviously a lot more SP gen. And the more energy you give Yao Guang, the more often she's able to do her own AHA instant, which makes her just that much more SP positive too. Damn it. Oh, I see. Oh, I was so confused on how to do this like a few days ago, but now I see it. You're supposed to land on the white thing. Yeah, okay. Thank you. I don't think Anoxa will rerun soon. When he'd rerun 3.6?
Where's the library?
I know the way.
He'll rerun soon, in my opinion.
Hope they have
Because
the
they
right
keep in mind,
academy in the
they
past
cannot
15
start
years.
rerunning 4.0 characters until 4.3. Like, that's the earliest. So we are still going to get version 3 reruns. Anoxa could for sure rerun on either Annie or 4.1. Maybe. In my opinion, it's more likely that they rerun the higher value characters with good vertical, like the Mono Rem, maybe Faye on Annie, characters like that. But Anoxa is for sure in the running for getting a rerun too, I guess. There's also Cyrene that should probably get a rerun soon as well, in my opinion. Yao is plus 18 SP positive in a Sparks 18 with Sparkle, or in Silverwolf best in slot. It should be both. Yeah, it's both. Because in the first... Okay, the reason Yao Guang is that SP positive in a 3 Elation Silverwolf team is because of, what's it called? Sparksy. Because Sparksy... Okay. Yao generates a skill point. Sparksy gets 2 Thrill every Elation skill. So, 2 ults from Yao Guang in a 0 cycle is instantly plus 6 skill points. Then you have her basicing every turn. And then you also have the normal Elation skills, where she is plus 1 SP positive. So that is, you know, how you calculate Yao Guang's SP positivity when paired with Sparksy. So yeah, if you run Sparksy with EMC Yao Guang, same SP positivity. Literally the same as it would be in a Silverwolf team. Unless they add something to Silverwolf's kit that also makes her SP positive. Like if they give the same thing Yao Guang has on Elation skill, then Yao Guang would technically be even more SP positive in a Silverwolf team. Probably like 20 plus.
May song bring us harmony and unity.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles. Dragon soaring above the lands. This is permanent.
I hope we're in a...
We have the edge.
It's insane to think another Elation buffer can top that. Yeah, that's my point. And that's why I get like so tilted when people are like, oh, they're going to replace Yao Guang in all of the Elation teams in the future with like an EMC upgrade. It's like, if they do this, it's just disgusting, dude. It's disgusting. And I genuinely don't want to invest in a new path ever again. I'm sorry. I am highly doubtful they will power creep Yao Guang. At least in teams with Sparksy main DPS. And as well as Silverwolf. There's maybe the slightest chance in an Evanescia team. But even then, I don't think so. Do you reckon 4.3 will be Himiko sustain? If Pearl is in 4.3, then yes. But Anon said that they didn't agree. Anon said they didn't agree with Sakura Haven's leak. That, Pearl would be preservation and Blade would be erudition in 4.3. So, we'll see.
And you are?
But how? But
Everyone, hide! We mustn't let that monster find us! Run, Senior! The Herald of Death is back!
Belle!
I think for people who are trying to go for Sylvie, they should get Sparksy first. I don't know. If I'm being honest, I actually lean more towards prioritize Yao Guang for Sylvie temporarily. Because there's a decent chance that maybe EMC has Punchline Gen that just isn't on the level of Sparksy. But that means he's a free-to-play option. I don't know. We don't know EMC's kit, so it's hard to say. EMC could be a free-to-play alternative to Yao Guang, or a free-to-play alternative to Sparksy. I don't know which one it's going to be, in all honesty. It's the same thing with, like, RMC Evernight, right? Like, Evernight took the place of RMC. She didn't take the place of an AoE buffer. So it's like, if they do the same thing with Silverwolf, then that would imply EMC is like a free-to-play Sparksy alternative. I don't know how the leaks will look, Dust. I don't know when the beta is, guys. I really don't know. We have absolutely no website to go off of, or leaks that say, you know, 4.2 beta will be here. Dim isn't even doing anything anymore, boss. Dim isn't doing anything either.
The gym. I've missed this. There was a time when I really envied those classmates who could sprint across the field, giving it their...
Yeah, the her to shop Lycone basically just leaks that EMC is a hyper carry buffer, which is why I imagine it's more likely that he's a Sparksy alternative than a Yao Guang one,
I'd already
especially in like old places of mono elation where you want AoE buffer the most.
some circumstances. I went back to my father's school to work. One good jump, and we should be able to reach that emoji.
EMC to me sounds like Yai support. Yeah, because she's not going to get any dedicated support after... Like, she probably isn't getting any dedicated support. She'll get indirectly buffed. Similar to, like, Evernight, right? Like, Evernight just got indirectly buffed by RMC and all these other characters. Because, I mean, they're trying to show Cassie. But Evanescia is not going to have, in my opinion, a full Elation team for herself. She'll just fucking eat off of the Elation sustain and Yao Guang for Silverwolf. And then when there's a future MC and you have to decide, you know, do I want to use someone other than EMC so I can use the new MC? I mean, you're going to struggle with that decision probably. Or maybe the support power creep is so bad by then that, like, you know, characters can be an alternative.
What does everyone think? Will the nameless win?
Let's cheer for Miss Sparksy!
Who will emerge victorious? Miss Sparksy or the Astral Express?
That annoying automata has already fallen asleep. Soon, there will only be one sparkle in the world. Or maybe everyone will be one. Don't attack during my transformation! Despicable! Too bad. The audience has all arrived. I hereby declare the first battle of the fantasy supplement has commenced!
Even though she's the second Annie event, who cares? That doesn't mean anything. She's not the main push anymore, my friend. She is not going to get a fully built team just for herself. Once again, she will get indirectly buffed, so it's not like she's going to be weak, because she gets Yao Guang, and as well as the Elation sustain from just being Elation. But she's not going to get a EMC replacement, in my opinion. She'll just have to be stuck with EMC, and there's nothing that can be done about it. Phanon as the second push got a dedicated support. Evanescia isn't a main push, guys. Silverwolf is.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
Neither was Phanon. Yes, he was. What the fuck are you saying? Phanon was a main push. 3.x had 3 main pushes. Cassie, Phanon, and Cyrene. What are we saying? Oh, hell no.
Watch over you and guide you on your path.
Do you like cooking or getting takeout? Takeout. I'm too lazy most of the time.
Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanent.
Takeout is expensive though, so like I gotta be careful these days.
Heard the call. Serenity is before me.
Did everyone really take good care of Icicle?
My strength isn't what it was.
Yeah, they could just give her good Eidolons too. Like if she had really strong, because she's a hyper carry, right? Here's the thing. This is the exact same reason why Evernight is stronger than Mono Rem, right? Like this is the reason why. Evernight's E2 investment is way stronger than Cassie's E2 investment, but also, let's say Cassie E2 is a 80 to 90% increase in her hyper carry. Now in Mono Rem, when there's more people on the team doing damage, you getting Eidolons for only one character's damage increase matters less, right? So this is why Evernight hyper carry is like so much stronger at lower costs as compared to Mono Rem. Evernight just has the better vertical investment, and she's the main one doing damage, while Mono Rem Eidolon investment gets like, it gets like not as valuable for the character specifically. So if they make Evanescia a hyper carry and they give her like Phanon level Eidolons, then she can make up for the difference of not getting shield for sure. Anoxa was second phase in Annie and he aged well. I'm not saying Evanescia won't age well. I'm saying she isn't getting a fully dedicated team of teammates for her. That's all. Anoxa, let's all be honest, if it weren't for Phanon's existence, Anoxa DPS would be significantly weaker. Because he just got indirectly buffed by teammates they decided to make for Phanon. Like, do you guys remember Saridra Beta? Originally, her double skill and like a few of her buffs, was it the Respen buff? Would only apply to someone in the departed state. So they never planned originally to make Saridra for Anoxa. She was solely made for Phanon, and then they realized on the last version, like, oh shit, we can probably make this character work with Anoxa too. Also buff him, you know, make those people happy. And then they changed it after. It's the same thing with Evanescia. She'll also get a buff from the Elation sustain. She'll also have Yao Guang as best in slot, because she's just part of Elation and getting indirectly buffed by Silverwolf's team. But I do not think she is going to get an EMC upgrade. I don't think it's happening. I don't think Phanon was a main push because he doesn't have a full dedicated team. What? By this logic, Acheron and Firefly weren't main pushes in 2.x, which they were. Same with Faye. Like, you need to understand, Cassie is the only case in the history of this game of someone who got a full team built for her. Like, she's the only one. You can maybe make the argument for Firefly now that she's gotten Dahlia, but we're in fucking version 4 at this point. And Firefly was a main push.
Heard the call. Trinity is before me. Not everyone wants to be you. I'll show them.
Yeah, like, Fugue buffed Firefly the least out of every break EBS.
Sparks Con isn't over yet.
Stop her! She's trying to escape into the crowd!
No need to panic, you two. Sunday will share my vision with you. Let my eye of Ishvara see through it all. Weal and woe, clear as day. I see where the culprit is. Not you.
Are you getting Yao Guang? I already did. I got E1 Yao Guang on my main account. Only dedicated team was Fei Xiao's? Not really, no. I get what you're saying, but what these people usually mean by, like, full dedicated team is that they all get teammates specifically made, like, mainly for that character after their release. Like, I think this is the argument going on, which was not the case for Fei Xiao. In fact, technically speaking, Fei Xiao would have been the least shield. You know, because Aventurine came out before her, Robin came out before her, and then she just used, like, Moze in March. And I guess Topaz at the time. A lot of people thought Topaz was better than March for a long time. Because, I mean, they were coping, but... like, not even Fei Xiao got it.
How do you like this ending?
Show us your Heislands build? There's no build to show, my man. I've had to use all my mats to farm relics for like 4 different characters in the last week. So Heislands does not have a build right now.
Lyndon Scott.
Rage.
Fire Leaker saying Yao Guang is not good for Silverwolf. I don't think there's a single leaker that said that. At least any that's reliable.
What the heck? Why don't those people in the Go Home Club?
Literally, the only people doom posting Yao Guang and trying to say that she's supposedly not for Silverwolf, it's like the most mental gymnastics I've ever seen in my life. Like, the reason Yao Guang is getting doomed is because of Anon Leak saying that she wants Punchline Gen. By the way, they're completely ignoring that Yao Guang also has Punchline Gen. Yes, it isn't as significant as Sparksy's, but like they act like she literally has none. And because of this, they think Yao Guang's going to get power creep for someone who can do more Punchline generation than her. But it's like, these people are slow. They don't think, right? Like, you need to look at Yao's SB positivity in a 3 or more Elation team, and then also realize the more SP positive a character on the team is, the more they can funnel Punchline by just allowing Sparksy to use her skill more. Like, they don't, they didn't even think that far. You don't need every single teammate to completely focus on Punchline when you have one that can technically do like an infinite amount of skills so long as you have thrill and skill points, right? It doesn't really make a difference. No, exactly, Pablo. I brought up this exact comparison when people were like trying to use this entire argument against me. It's like what these people are basically saying, right? The reason Yao Guang can't be best in slot is because she isn't a Siren. But, hold up, because she is, right? Like right now, she's already a bigger buff to the Elation teams as compared to alternative support. And she's going to become even bigger of a difference, right? So she's technically stronger than Siren as a dedicated support, better early investment for her niche as compared to Siren. But wait, it doesn't even stop there, right? Because what these people are asking for is that she also heals, right? Imagine a Siren who could heal Newbud for Cassie's ultimate is basically what these people are saying is going to power creep Yao Guang. She needs to do a shit ton of Punchline generation. She needs to generate, I don't know, 30 skill points in a 0 cycles worth of AV. She needs to have the highest levels of Elation buffing in the entirety of the game. And she needs to have a high amount of damage output. She needs to fit all 4 of these requirements for a lot of people to say that she won't be power crept. Like, are they dumb? Literally, what in the past of this game has ever, you know, alluded to a character being that stupidly, one-sidedly broken? Like, Siren doesn't come close to that. She doesn't come close. That is basically like Siren with Hyacine levels of buffing and new Bud gen that Evernight can do from her exploding Memo Sprite. Plus, she had even stronger buffing, plus even better early investment. That's what these people are asking for to power creep Yao Guang. It's like, you know, nothing's impossible, but realistically, fuck no. Like, that shit ain't happening, bro. Can I please get my E1 Heislins? Please, I need this. Oh. This is early. Oh, I'm on a guaranteed too. Okay. Double? Blessed by Hook. Can I get it a little earlier, please? No? Nice. Ah, no double. I'll take it, though. So what pity was that? I think that was 56? Because I think I have 48 pity right now. Yeah, I was at 48 pity. So I got her at 56 pity. Okay. Okay. I now have the rest of this patch. I have 4.1 and I have 4.2 pulls to guarantee Dahlia and Fugue for my Firefly. That is amazing, actually. That is really, really nice. I saved 20 pulls not having to go to soft pity.
Every solitary island will be
So we got E1 Heislins, we got E1 Kafka, and we got a Swan. Really nice. Got you one Swan yesterday. Feels insane. Nice. To be honest, nah. I have lost like 3 50-50s in a row on this account. So the earlies still have me in the negatives on average. But, you know, I'm not going to complain. Earlies are earlies. By the way, for those who don't know the goal of this account, obviously, dot. You know, that one should have been obvious because I've been pulling for dot on purpose. But, as well, I have an E2 Firefly. But I have no Dahlia or Fugue. So I'm waiting until the Annie, which is the most likely case of Dahlia rerun. So I can invest in Dahlia for my Firefly. Plus, Firefly gets a Nova Flare at this time period. Which, you know, W. So those will be like the two main teams on this account. Who's going to be the third team? I don't fucking know. Maybe follow up with Asheville or something? Zero clue. What happened to your E2 Phanon account? I just don't log into it as much anymore. I don't want to focus on that many accounts. Also, Phanon's like pretty boring to play, no offense. No elation in this account? No, I don't like pulling the same teams on my different accounts because it's like, what's the point? Right? So all of my accounts go for different teams and characters. My main account is the one going for the Elation team with Silverwolf. You should get Tribby too? No. I'm not investing in Herda. How many accounts are you playing? 3. This one, my main account, and then my free-to-play Anoxa account. This one, I just want for Firefly, to be honest. And then my main one is my main one, so I'm not quitting it. The free-to-play Anoxa account, I just play it because, you know, there's always the talk about, you know, free-to-play is impossible in Honkai Star Rail. So that's why it exists, so I can make videos on it of me clearing endgame. Because it is quite common, especially when it comes to like CCs that just splurge money on accounts all the time. Like, the viewers find it kind of unrelatable. And sometimes it's like, oh, the CC doesn't know the struggle of being free to play in this game like I am. So, that's why I'm doing that. Did you claim Sparkle on this account? No joke, I claim Sparkle on every account. Every single one. My main account for main DPS Sparksy. My Anoxa account for my Archer. And this one also for Archer. Just as like a filler third team. I mean, there's literally no better option. Yeah, I saw that. Now, I will say, Ent Sensei's relic quality, do not think you can achieve it. But even if this is the case, like, you can more than make up for the relic quality by just getting an E2 Firefly. Because he did an E0 Firefly clear at 5 cost without even the E2. Like, there's more E2 Firefly owners in the game than there are E0 ones. It's not unrealistic to say that. Alright, chat. Gonna end the stream here. I finished the events and the story across all my accounts now, so I'm gonna take it slower playing this game so I don't get burnout. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night. Wish you luck on all your pulls, and peace out.